Title: Union Cabinet approves proposal to bolster biotech manufacturing. The Union Cabinet approved the BioE3 Biotechnology for Economy, Environment and Employment policy on Saturday, aimed at advancing high-performance biomanufacturing. The policy, overseen by the Department of Biotechnology, is intended to drive a technological revolution similar to the IT industry's impact in the 1990s. While the financial outlay for the program was not specified, the BioE3 policy focuses on producing a range of products from medicine to materials, addressing farming and food challenges, and promoting the manufacture of bio-based products through advanced biotechnological processes. The policy will target several strategic sectors: high-value bio-based chemicals, biopolymers and enzymes, smart proteins and functional foods, precision biotherapeutics, climate-resilient agriculture, carbon capture and utilization, and marine and space research. The Cabinet also consolidated 3 schemes of the Science Ministry into a new initiative called Vigyan Dhara, with an expected expenditure of 10,579 crore rupees until 2025-26. This scheme aims to support science and technology institutional and human capacity building, research and development, innovation, and technology development and deployment. Vigyan Dhara will facilitate internships for 11th and 12th grade students and fellowships for research at graduate and postgraduate levels. The scheme seeks to promote research in various fields, including basic research with international access, and translational research in sustainable energy. Title: In U.S., Rajnath discusses defense partnership with industry leaders. On the second day of his U.S. visit, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh met with senior leaders of American defense companies at a round table in Washington, organized by the U.S.-India Strategic Partnership Forum, USISPF. He highlighted emerging opportunities for co-development and co-production in India's defense sector. In a separate development, the Defense Security Cooperation Agency, DSCA, informed the U.S. Congress about a potential sale of anti-submarine warfare ASW sonobuoys for the Indian Navy's MH-60R multi-role helicopters, valued at $52.8 million. The sonobuoys are part of a $2.2 billion deal with Lockheed Martin for 24 MH-60R helicopters signed in 2020, with deliveries ongoing. Rajnath Singh emphasized India's commitment to Make in India and Atmanirbharta, self-reliance, in defense, urging U.S. companies to collaborate with Indian partners for joint production. He mentioned that reforms in India have encouraged foreign original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, to establish manufacturing units, develop joint ventures, and use India as an export base. Singh noted the significant milestone of co-producing GE 414 aero engines in India, which will enhance India-US defense relations. He highlighted partnership and joint efforts as key aspects of India's defense industry collaboration. Additionally, India and the US signed a Security of Supply Agreement, SOSA, one of 2 broad-based defense industrial cooperation agreements. They are also discussing a reciprocal defense procurement agreement to further enhance industrial collaboration. On Friday, Singh met U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan to discuss the evolving geopolitical landscape and key regional security issues, alongside ongoing and potential defense industrial collaboration projects between India and the U.S. Title: AP Pharma Unit Blast. Officials find vital design faults in plant after 3 days of inspection. Experts identified key design faults that may have caused the explosion at Scientia Advance Sciences Private Limited, in the Special Economic Zone at Achutapuram, Andhra Pradesh. The blast on Wednesday resulted in the deaths of 17 workers and injuries to 35 others. A major design fault identified was the location of an electric switch panel board directly under the reactor, which was on the second and third floors of the building. The reactor was processing methyl tert butyl ether, MTBE, a highly flammable and volatile solvent with a flash point of around -18 degrees Celsius. When it leaks, MTBE quickly turns into an unnoticed vapor cloud. Investigations revealed that some MTBE had leaked from a flange, producing a sweetish alcohol-like, pungent smell, which alerted the employees, despite their efforts to contain it. Approximately 150 liters of MTBE leaked, forming a vapor cloud that reached the ground floor and made contact with the electric switch panel. The resulting spark from the switches ignited the vapor, causing a high-intensity explosion. According to Madhired D. Pratap, Director General of State Disaster Response and Fire Services Department, there were 2 explosions within seconds of each other. Title: CBI begins polygraph tests on 7 in Kolkata case. The Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, has started conducting polygraph tests on 7 individuals in connection with the rape and murder of a doctor at R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. The individuals being tested include Sandeep Kumar Ghosh, the former principal of the medical college, 4 doctors who dined with the victim shortly before the crime, civic police volunteer Sanjay Roy, the main accused, and another police volunteer believed to be close to Mr. Roy. The CBI began investigating the case on August 13 following an order from the Calcutta High Court, and has received permission from a Kolkata court to proceed with the polygraph tests. Experts from Delhi have been brought in to conduct the examinations. In addition to the murder investigation, the CBI's anti-corruption branch has registered an FIR against Sandeep Kumar Ghosh for alleged financial irregularities. The FIR cites sections 420 and 120B of the Indian Penal Code, as well as Section 7 of the Prevention of Corruption Act. On the same day, Kolkata police handed over documents related to the corruption case to the CBI. Meanwhile, protests against the rape and murder continued in Kolkata, with residents and supporters of left parties taking to the streets. Despite waterlogging caused by heavy rain, protest rallies were held across the city. Title: Nicobar project will not disturb or displace indigenous tribes, says Environment Minister. The Environment Minister, Bhupender Yadav, assured that the development of a port and airport in the Nicobar Islands will not disturb or displace the Shompen, one of the indigenous, vulnerable tribes native to the island. The assurance was given in response to concerns raised by Rajya Sabha member Jairam Ramesh, who had questioned the impact of the 72,000 rupees crore Great Nicobar project on the island's ecology and indigenous tribes. Mr. Yadav stated that the project is strategically important for India to counter expansionist actions by China, prevent poaching by Myanmarese, bridge infrastructural gaps, and boost international trade. He mentioned that an earthquake similar to the one in 2004 is not expected in the region for another 400 to 700 years, making the site suitable for development. The minister highlighted that consultations with resident tribal councils were conducted, including meetings with the Andaman Adim Janjati Vikas Samiti. However, reports indicate that the tribal council had withdrawn its consent for the project. Concerns were raised that the island administration has not recognized or granted ownership of forest land to local tribes as required by the Forest Rights Act. A point not addressed in Mr. Yadav's response. Mr. Yadav emphasized that no objections were raised during the statutory period under the Forest Rights Act and mentioned provisions for compensation for those losing land due to the airport project. Jairam Ramesh has called for the revocation of all environmental clearances granted to the project and urged parliamentary panels to review the project, citing concerns over the diversion of 13,075 hectares of forest land, violations of coastal zone regulations, and inadequate consent from tribal communities. Title: Assured Pension Returns. As government goes back on NPS, the NDA government has introduced a new, Unified Pension Scheme UPS, that is almost similar to the old pension scheme OPS, assuring government employees 50% of their last drawn pay is a lifelong monthly benefit. The UPS, approved by the Union Cabinet, includes periodic dearness relief hikes, a family pension at 60% of the employee's pension upon their demise, and a lump sum superannuation payout in addition to gratuity benefits at retirement. A minimum pension of 10,000 rupees per month is promised for those who complete at least 10 years of central government service. The decision follows recommendations from a committee led by former Finance Secretary T.V. Somnathan, aiming to balance employee aspirations with fiscal prudence. Employees who joined government service after January 1, 2004, when the National Pension System (NPS) was implemented, can now choose between the NPS and the more generous UPS. The UPS will be contributory, with employees contributing 10% of their salary, and the government contributing 18.5% of the salary. The NPS, linked to market-based returns, will remain an option. However, the UPS is more aligned with the OPS, providing guaranteed benefits with a contributory structure. The scheme will be open for state governments to adopt, with its implementation set to begin from April 1, 2025.